A very good morning to everyone. Today in this video we will study a new chapter of science, that is reproduction in plants. So let's begin it. Reproduction in plants. What is reproduction? All the plants and animals die after completing their life cycle. Thus, new organisms must be produced to take their place. Reproduction is the process by which living organisms produce their young ones, or by the process of reproduction a new individual is produced. Reproduction is the most important biological activity of living organisms and maintains the continuity of life on this planet. So by the process of reproduction, a new individual is produced. And by this process, the continuity of life is maintained on the planet Earth. There are two main types of reproduction in plants. The first one is asexual reproduction and the second one is sexual reproduction. Now let's study what is asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, plants can give rise to new plants without seeds. In asexual mode of reproduction, plants do not need seeds in order to produce a new individual. Plants can give rise to a new individual from their parts only. In asexual reproduction, only one parent is needed. The new individual produced are genetically identical to the parent. What is sexual reproduction? In sexual reproduction, plant produce a new plant from seeds. In sexual reproduction, plant need seeds in order to produce a new individual. In sexual reproduction, both the parents, that is male and female, are involved. As in sexual reproduction, both the parents are involved, so the offspring produced is genetically unique. So this is all about asexual and sexual mode of reproduction. Now let's study more about asexual mode of reproduction. Asexual reproduction in plants can take place by different method. The first one is budding, second fragmentation, third spore formation, fourth vegetative propagation. Now let's study each method individually. Budding. What is budding? Budding is the process in which a small part of the body of the parent organism grows out as a small bulb-like projection called the bud. This bud, after being developed, detaches itself from the parent's body to grow independently into a new organism. Yeast reproduce by budding. Yeast is a unicellular organism. Unicellular means yeast is made up of only one type of cell. Now let's study budding in yeast. You can see the diagram of budding in the yeast. First of all, a small bud appears as an outgrowth from the body of the parent cell. This you can see in the picture. In the second step, a small bud is arised from the parent body. In the center of the parent body is a nucleus. Then the nucleus of the parent cell splits into a daughter nucleus and migrates into the daughter cell. As you can see in the third step, the nucleus which is present inside the parent cell split and migrates towards the daughter cell. In the end, the newly formed bud separates and grows into a new yeast cell, as you can see in the diagram. In this way, process of budding repeats to form a chain of yeast cell. You can see the chain of yeast cell in the picture. So this is how yeast reproduce. Fragmentation. Fragmentation is the process in which the mature individual breaks into small fragments. Each fragment can grow into a new complete individual. This process of asexual reproduction is found in green algae such as Spirogyra. You can see the picture of Spirogyra. Spirogyra are thread-like plants that grow in stagnant water, ponds, and lakes. The filament of Spirogyra breaks into two or more fragments. You can see it in the picture. The filament is break into two fragments. Then each fragment develops into a new individual. Spore formation. Spore formation is a method of asexual reproduction which is found in non-flowering plants such as fungi, ferns, and mosses. Non-flowering plants are those plants which do not bear any flower. In spore formation, the parent plant produces hundreds of tiny spores which can grow into new plants. Each spore is a tiny spherical unicellular body which is covered by a hard protective layer to withstand unfavorable conditions such as high temperature and low humidity. Now let's study spore formation in fungi. You can see the diagram of fungi. In fungi such as the bread mold or rhizopus, numerous spores are produced within sacs called sporangia. You can see sporangia in the given picture. The sporangia are knob-like structures which are present at the top of the thread-like structures called hyphae. You can see hyphae in the given picture. Hyphae are basically thread-like structure, and you can see at the tip of hyphae sporangia are present, and sporangia basically consisting the spores. When these sporangia burst, the spores are scattered by rain, wind, or insects, and under appropriate conditions they develop into a new plant. You can see the sporangia is bursting in the given picture, and when the sporangia burst, the spores which are present inside it are just scattered by rain, wind, or insects. Under the favorable condition, the spores germinate into a new plant, and these spores are basically protected by hard covering or a layer so that they can withstand with the unfavorable condition like high temperature and low humidity. So this is how the fungi reproduce by spore formation. Thank you, students. This is all about the topic.